So the votes are in, Donald Trump won, but there are some people that are still bitter. And I'm going to play this video for you, just for you to really see what type of people are out here on these podcasts, on these panels, on these talk shows, in the media, and who you can see who they really are deep down inside. Hateful, grudgeful human beings. And The View with this panel of women, I'll tell you this, man, and I'll just straight up say these women are man haters, man, because it's like anything that has to do with a man, they always huddle together and try to figure out how they could overthrow or put that man down or anything. And these women, and shout out to all the women out there that are not like that, because there are so many good women out here, but these ladies continuously show who they are all the time. Now, I've listened to podcasts where women made some good points, whether they disagree with, Donald Trump or not. But these women, these hyenas right here, listen to what this one lady said. She's trying to say, look, you know what? We're just going to take it on the chin. Move forward, this, that. But listen to when the black lady comes in and what she says. Let's watch this clip.
Listen, is it the outcome I wanted? No, but we live in a democracy. I have my vote. Right. Millions of people cast their votes did. And what's important to me is this. Tens of millions of Americans, our friends, our neighbors, our family members, voted for Donald Trump. We disagree with him. I know we all do at this table, but they are good, decent people who are patriots and love this country. And I can't speak to what drove them to the conclusion of being with him, but I think it is a moment for us to listen to each other, to hear each other, express what our concerns are. I've spent the last 4 years doing that, and also listen to people who are with him, because this is a country that there is truly more that unites us than divides us. I know it doesn't feel like that for many people in this moment, but we need to bring down the temperature, the name calling, the demonizing. Let the other side, if they want to do that, they can do it. But I think it is a moment to listen to the voters. And this, I have to say, I've always thought he could win. I thought in the final stretch she might eke it out. I didn't expect it to be this resounding, and I think there are some lessons from it. I think we forget about rural America. I think the working class feels left behind. They feel like the powerful, the elite only care about them and their power. And he spoke to them. We may not have liked his words, but they turned out for him. I mean, the map was, it was beyond Reagan what we saw last night. And I think we need to start listening more about the concerns of everyday Americans who feel like this system is failing.
When Reagan won,
that's how you
the
talk.
whole map was red.
Yeah.
It was pretty red last night.
I don't know. I'm profoundly disturbed.
Now listen to this woman right here. Listen to the bitterness and the anger and the hate, the grudge, everything all together in everything that she's saying, y'all, and how she discreetly articulated her hate for Donald Trump. Listen to this, y'all.
I think if you look at the New York Times this morning, the headline was "America Makes a Perilous Choice." I think that in 2016, we didn't know what we would get from a Trump administration, but we know now. And we know now that he will have almost unfettered power. And so I worry, not about myself, actually. I don't worry about my station in life. I worry about the working class. I worry about my mother, a retired teacher.
Listen to this.
I worry about our elderly and their Social Security and their Medicare. I worry about my children's future.
Listen to this.
Especially my daughter.
There we go.
Who now has less rights than I have.
There we go.
And I remember my father telling me many, many years ago that I was the first person in his family to enjoy full civil rights. And now I have less civil rights than I had when he told me that. So again, I'm profoundly disturbed that the 14th Amendment of the Constitution did not prevent someone who participated in an insurrection from becoming president of the United States. I think that going forward, the convicted felon box on employment applications better be taken off, because if you can be the president of the United States, then you should not be prevented from employment in this country, because I remember applying for my jobs as a federal prosecutor, and there was a box for convicted felons.
Well,
and so that box better be taken off. And I think our healthcare system is now at risk. I think
no fluoride for anyone.
Yeah, economists have made clear that he's going to increase the debt by $7.75 trillion. I'm worried about mass deportation and internment camps, and I'm also worried about Elon Musk warning Americans to prepare for temporary hardship. I'm surprised at the result, but I'm not surprised. As a woman of color, I was so hopeful that a mixed-race woman married to a Jewish guy could be elected president of this country. And I think that it had nothing to do with policy. I think this was a referendum of cultural resentment in this country.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? This is the most farce thing that I've heard come out of anybody's mouth concerning the win of Donald Trump. She just couldn't say, congratulations, you know, it was a hard fight. You know, Kamala Harris fought a hard, you know, fight, and congratulations to Donald Trump for winning. She had to go down the road of calling this man a felon. Now, who made him a felon? The Democrats. The Democrats. They went after that man because they did not want that man to run, because they knew they didn't stand any chance of winning in this election. They threw everything at Donald Trump. They did everything they could. They checked off all the boxes and still failed. These are the words of a person who really, deep down inside, hate that man. And you know what? It's sad. Now, let me address a few things. One of the things that she mentioned in what she just said was, you know, Donald Trump is going to have unfeathered power or something like that. They've been calling this man Hitler. They've been calling this man a dictator. Now, the only dictatorship that I've been seeing is from the Democrats, who's been jumping down people's throats and threatening people because they weren't voting their way. It was only Democrats that was all over social media coming at other people. You didn't see Republicans going at Democrats saying, well, you need to vote for Trump. Republicans was just all about, yo, make this country great again. But the Democrats, they were coming at people all over social media, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on X, AKA Twitter. I saw them just coming at people, cussing people out, unfollowing, blocking people. Even Ricky Smiley was out here telling people to block people who wanted to vote for Donald Trump. Now, the lady before her said, let's bring down the name calling, this, that. And here she comes right back with the name calling.
This is a country that there is truly more that unites us than divides us. I know it doesn't feel like that for many people in this moment, but we need to bring down the temperature, the name calling, the demonizing.
I think that going forward, the convicted felon box on employment applications better be taken off, because if you can be the president of the United States, then you should not be prevented from employment in this country, because
Now let's address this internment camp situation. Look, there's an old lady, if you don't know, there's an older lady that came. I think she was a congresswoman or something, and she made an appearance on one of those Democratic news channels, and she said she's scared because Donald Trump is gonna create internment camps.
And the Arab American community needs to be reminded and cannot forget, he wants to ban Muslims, he wants to deport Muslims, and he wants to start internment camps. And that's what we are busy talking to every voter. He's telling you what he's going to do. Believe him.
Internment camps?
What internment camps? This man never said he was going to create internment camps. Never once has he ever said that. And they create these narratives just to put fear into you for you to vote their way. Now, let me address this situation about Elon Musk saying prepared for, temporary hardship times ahead. He was talking about Kamala Harris. If Kamala Harris wins, we will see temporary hardship. And you got to prepare for it. So guess what? The American people said, look, we ain't about that. The Republicans came out and said, look, we're going to turn this thing around because we're seeing where this is going. And if we allow Kamala Harris to get in there, we're definitely going to be in another Great Depression under the Democrats. That's what the American people said. They spoke loud in this election. Don't just sit back and be like, well, you know what? We got a savior who's coming to save the world. No, we're not. He's not Jesus. And she wouldn't have been Jesus either. You got to be that person that's going to get out there and create those resources that you need for yourself and pretty much leverage anything that you can leverage to create an elevated lifestyle that you want to live. Shout out to you for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button. Be a part of this community. I'm going to be dropping a whole lot of great content moving forward. Now that we're out of election, we're not done with election season because the inauguration is coming up. So, we're going to keep you posted. But I'm going to also cover different areas outside of the election. I'm glad to have you here. Hit that like button for me, y'all. Hit the like button and drop a comment below, and let's chop it up in the comment section. Till next time, see you in the next video. Peace.